How do you recognize that moment creatively when a film's sound becomes its soul?
Thank you. It's difficult to really put your finger on that one moment when something like that happens. But I've grown up watching a lot of film, and for me, like you said, I think the thing that stays with you as a reminder of the film, of the experience that you've had, of what you enjoyed in a film, what it meant to you, what it did to you, is experienced every single time you hear the song. The songs of that movie, the music of that movie remains with you as, like I said earlier, like it's messenger. So to me, music in film is an integral part of the Indian film experience. I feel it's something, unfortunately, over time has somehow taken a little bit of a backseat, and I'm really very confident and hopeful that through this now incredibly new strong partnership that we are creating with Universal Music Group, that we want to make that front and center again. There is a pool of talent that they have, there is an understanding of music that they have, an understanding of sound that they have, that I want to learn from, and also tap into, to be able to bring music back into films in a kind of way that we grew up enjoying them. Like even when you talk about films like Dil Chahta Hai 25 years ago, the music was really, really a part of the narrative of that film. It wasn't that the story stopped and the song started. And that kind of storytelling, I believe, is inherently Indian specific. That's what we're really, really good at. And sometimes I feel that we've forgotten how to do that in lieu of wanting to do something that the world is just doing, and we want to compete with that. But what really registers with the world, and you can take this in any industry, film industry around the world, what resonates with the globe, with the world audience, is when they do stuff that is true to them. That's what they like to see. So that's what I'm really hopeful for, with this partnership that we have. And I'm, again, just thank you again to Kostab. I didn't say that earlier when I was here, but to Kostab for really, really being a driver of and his belief in making this happen. And of course to partner with Devraj, with Adam, it's going to be an incredible journey.
There is a greater responsibility to protect, and that is something that I've always heard from you, emotional honesty. Even if it means gotta resist some of the global expectations.
I actually think I kind of touched upon this in what I just spoke earlier. I think people recognize, audiences the world over, recognize honesty, they recognize integrity, they recognize purpose in your work. And the fact that you are not pandering, that you are not selling your soul to try and entertain them in some kind of way that is not originally you. So it's just that. And you need people, excuse me, you need people through your journey, because nothing happens alone. You cannot do it alone. You need people to be there. I mean, apart from supporting what it is that you fantasize or dream about, but for you to be able to support them. Because like Ritesh mentioned, the syntax of cinema is changing, the audiences are changing, a younger audience wants a different kind of film. And there's an understanding that we have, and a filmmaker who today is 25, at how old we were when we did Dil Chahta Hai, has a very different understanding of the world and a very different experience of the world. We grew up without social media, we grew up without, technology being so easily accessible, so we could take our time and tell stories. Today's world maybe wants to do it differently, and that is something that we need to adapt to and need to be able to understand and provide them with tools, provide them with the kind of support so that they can be honest in what it is that they are trying to say, and they can show integrity in their work. So that's really what we hope to do. And again, I feel that what's happened here today is going to be a massive, massive step in our journey towards that.
How do you see the world change after this, at least for India, in terms of partnerships?
I think Kostab has actually answered that really, really well. I feel when you ask me about 2051, what we should look back and think of, we should actually be thinking of that in 2051, that this moment should be made to matter. That's what it should be. We now have a responsibility to make sure that in 2051 that this moment matters. So this is really, it's a starting point. We've had a wonderful journey of 25 years leading up to this point. But this is really like a reset button, getting going again with completely renewed vigor, with new strength, and with an aligned creative vision with people who we absolutely trust and want to create better content with. So that's really how I see it.